Hello everyone, welcome to this interesting video where I'm going to show you how to create the stunning pictures and graphs, whatever you might call them, in Microsoft Word. So let us open our beloved Microsoft Word program by searching for it. This is Word 2016. I'm sure all the features are the same even for 2019, 13 and the like. So all I have to do is open a blank document and let us begin with our lesson. So I'm going to add some random text just by pressing the equal to sign, then type in rand and open and close bracket and hitting my enter key. And as you can see, random text has been generated for us. So now the real business has begun. We need to add a diagram. We need to insert a shape. And you know the shape that we are going to insert. This is our beloved rectangle. Yep, this is your new friend, my friend, the rectangle. So in order for us to add a rectangle, all we have to do is click and drag. And the rectangle will be drawn on our document. So you can adjust it by taking your cursor inside and moving it left, right, up or down. Okay, so now after you are satisfied with the size of your shape, by the way, let me show you what happens. First of all, let me just get rid of that diagram. When you insert a shape, any shape, okay, let's say we want to insert this same rectangle. When you want it to be a square, you have to hold your shift keyboard button, then you click and drag. Have you seen? It's a square all the way. No, whichever size it is, still a square. But if you let go of your shift button, as you can see, it becomes a rectangle. But for now, we want to use a rectangle. So let's just use the rectangle. Take it in the center. When you see these dotted lines in the middle, that vertical green line, that means that our shape is in the center. So now, in order for us to do this, we want to create, by the way, a Venn diagram. I know why I'm choosing a Venn diagram for this video, because this is just a basic introduction. So what we need to do is click in this shape and go in the format tab, and we get rid of the blue fill here. So go on shape fill and go on the option that says no fill. Then we want to change our color, the borders, to a black theme. So let us go where it says black. Yep, we click the black and we change the weight. Let us make it bigger, so like 1.5 points. So this is better. We can see it visibly. So now what we need to do is obviously a set as so this is the universal set, and whatever we will add will be the content. So let us add the set A and set B. For that, we go on the insert tab and we add a shape. Let us add this oval. I know it says oval because when we don't hold the shift button, when we drag it, as you can see, it's an oval. But when we hold our shift keyboard button, it's a circle. No matter which size we increase the shape, it will maintain its proportion of a circle. So whenever we are satisfied or comfortable with the size, we let go of our left mouse button and shift keyboard button. So this is our set A. So now let us change. We get rid of the fill, so we click on no fill. The shape outline, let us go where it says obviously we want the shape outline to be black, and let us increase the shape outlines weight. So let us take it to 1.5 points. So as you can see, the weight of the set is also the same with the weight of the universal set, this outer rectangle. So things are looking elegant. Yeah, so now we need two sets. This is set A. Obviously we also need set B. So all we have to do is not to go and insert another circle. All we have to do is copy this exact circle and paste it at the right side. So in order for us to do that, we hold our control keyboard key, or the command if you are using a Mac OS. Then we also click or hold our shift keyboard button. The reason why we hold our shift keyboard button is because look at what happens if we don't. When we begin to move our shape, as you can see, it's getting out of line. We don't want it to go up or down. We want it to, if we start to drag it towards the right, it maintains that same trajectory. So let us go back by pressing our keyboard shortcut Control Z, and let us do it the proper way. So all we have to do is hold our Control keyboard key in order to copy. Then we also hold our shift so that we don't move the shape when we are copying it on top or at the bottom. So we hold our Control keyboard key and the shift keyboard key, then we drag it until we have a considerable amount of separation between the shapes, and we let go of our left mouse button. So as you can see, our Venn diagram is starting to take up shape. So now what is remaining for us is to add the details or the members of these sets. In order for us to do that, first of all, we have to first indicate the names of the sets. So let us first drag this outer square or outer rectangle on top so that we can leave room to indicate the names of the two sets. Okay, so you know what I'm going to do. Obviously I'm going to add a rectangle, so let us do that. So let us just use this same outer rectangle, hold our keyboard Control for copying the shape and drag it. Let's just drag it anywhere, and click the white space to deselect everything. Then we click this rectangle from copying and just reduce its size. Let us just reduce its size in order for us just to add the name of this set. So in order to add the name of this set, just click anywhere on the boundary. You have to right click and go where it says add text. Now if you want to add text in a shape, you should make sure that the color of the text isn't matching the color of the background, otherwise you want to be able to see the shape. So if I type A, you're not able to see the letter A because the letters are in a white fill or white color. So we need to change that. Go in the Format tab and click on that black, obviously, and press A. So now as you can see, the letters are visible. If you want, you can just go on the shape star and just click this shape star, and the letters will be black. So as you can see, the letters are too small, so all we have to do is click and drag this letter, and here in the fonts panel we can change the font size. Let's change it to 16. Okay, this is good. So now all we have to do now is click and drag it to where we want it to be. So now as you can see, we are having an issue here. The background of this rectangle is white, so whenever it is placed on top of a shape, we're not able to see that shape inside here. We don't want that, so let us get rid of the shape fill. Go on the shape fill and create no fill. That way you're able to see the shape through this small rectangle. You're able to see this shape or whatever is behind this rectangle. So now let us take it on top to indicate that this is the name of the set. So when you're satisfied with the location, let's go of the left mouse button. And what we need now to do, this is now the easiest part. We have done all the complex procedures. What we have to do now is copy and paste, copy and paste. So in order for us to do that, let us just use this same rectangle and hold your Control keyboard key and click and drag. Okay, so we click and drag. We click and drag. Sorry for that. We click and drag. We click and drag. If you want, you can click and drag multiple things by just holding your shift keyboard key and the Control, and after doing that, then you click and drag and so on and so forth. Don't worry of where they are located. We can obviously move them immediately as we are done with pasting them. Let me just do another last one. Okay, So now what we need to do is place them accordingly. So let's say I want this rectangle, sorry, I dragged the wrong shape. I want this rectangle here to be the name of this set, so I place it here and I change it to set B. Okay, that is good. So I want this, let's say this is a set of numbers, so I want this to be number 1. So this is number 1. So I want this set to be set 2, so this is set 2, and I take it anywhere. Let me just leave it here. I want this to be set 3 or element 3, so these are elements. I want this to be element 3, so this, I want this to be element 4. I mean, you get the idea, not so? You get the idea of what I'm trying to achieve here. Yeah. So this is maybe 5, this is maybe 6, and this is maybe the symbol for the universal set. So I take it slightly on the top left corner. Okay, as you can see, this is how our Venn diagram is starting to look like. Okay, so this is very nice. So immediately as you are done with everything and you have placed your items where you need them to be, all you have to do is now get rid of the outer boundaries or the edges of these little rectangles. So in order to do that, let us first select everything, then we change them all at once. So hold your shift keyboard button in order to select multiple shapes. So you hold your keyboard shift button, then you click. In order for you to make sure that you're clicking the shape, you should wait for the cursor to change its icon, and then you should then click it. So wait for it, click, wait for it, click, and so on and so forth. So after doing that, let us now go in the format tab and we'll go where it says shape outline. So we want to get rid of the outline, so click on no outline. So as you can see, all our shape outlines have been changed. As you can see, this is starting to look very beautiful. So we can drag this and I mean, it's looking very good. For me at least, I think it's very cool. So now what we need to do now is group them, and I'll show you why grouping is very important. We should group our items. So let me just hold my shift keyboard button and start to click all the elements. Let me just wait for the cursor to change. By the way, if you are finding it difficult to select items, I recommend that you increase the page zoom so that you're able to clearly see your items. So all you have to do is select your items, so wait for the cursor to change the icon, then you click. Otherwise you're going to start doing this afresh. So yeah. So immediately as you are finished with clicking all the elements or all the shapes that you have used, all you have to do is right click and go where it says group, and everything shall be grouped. The reason why grouping is very important is because imagine if you want to reuse this shape somewhere else in this diagram or in this document rather, all you have to do is click once and you'll be able to move them all together. So this is why we group everything, to make everything organized. So now I want to emphasize one thing. Obviously, maybe you find that this diagram is too big, or it's too big, and you want to shrink it. All you have to do is take your cursor at the corners of your diagram and shrink it by holding your shift. If you don't hold your shift keyboard button, this is what will happen to your shape, and we don't want that. So hold your shift keyboard button and take it slightly below, and as you can see, it has been shrinked. Now this is where I want to emphasize on the diagram. As you can see, the letters are appearing to be cut off. The reason for that is because remember these letters or numbers are inside a rectangle, and when we shrink this outer rectangle, we are shrinking all the rectangles or all the shapes. So all we have to do is click the element that is appearing cut, and just increase the outer or the container of that number or element, so that the elements are visible and you can see them clearly. So just do that and everything shall be all right. As you can see, this is very flexible. No matter how complex your shape is, if you just follow this procedure, you won't find any problems. Even when you are a teacher, you can reuse these shapes if you are a teacher to create diagrams for the next test. I'm a teacher. I know that when you're creating diagrams for a particular test, it's annoying to start to redesign your diagrams. So this is very helpful tool that you can implement, and you'll be able to reuse the same shapes. So as for me, I find this very much done. As you can see, this is very beautiful. This is how your life should be, not making it complicated or making it. Don't make your life complicated for nothing. This is how it should be. So as you can see, our set is done. So whenever you want to copy your diagram, all you have to do is let's say we want to copy it at the left part here. All you have to do is hold your control keyboard button and shift and drag it. As you can see, you can make as many diagrams as you want. So this is very good. And the good thing about this, and I'm going to show you just a couple of seconds from now, is that when you zoom in, you will see that these diagrams are better than making diagrams in a paint program, because when you zoom in these diagrams, they are going to still look very beautiful and sharp in the corners. They're not going to look blurred or pixelated or rough on the edges. So this is what I wanted to show you. You can easily move it anywhere in your document. You can take it here. For some reason, I don't know why you should do that. I mean, you can take it somewhere. You can add a space here on top. Let's say we're adding a space there. You can easily drag it and place it here. So this is very useful, and this is how your life should be. This is all that I had to share with you for this video. I know that there is a lot to share with you, but trust me, there are more videos that I'm going to create, and I'm going to show you more complex ways to create complex shapes. This is going to be very exciting. So this is the final product of our lesson. This is how your diagrams will look like from now on when you print them. Very sharp as possible. As you can see, even if I zoom them as far as I can, as you can see, the edges are very sharp as opposed to using a paint program. This is how your diagrams should look like, and this is how your life should be from now onward. You shouldn't suffer anymore. So when you notice anything strange from your diagrams, maybe you want this tree to be slightly on top and this one to be there, you want to rearrange your elements, it's very easy from now onwards. All you have to do is go back to your diagram in Word, click that element and drag it and move it wherever you want. And this is very flexible. You should be using this method, and you'll find that your life will be very easy from now onwards. So as you can see, I'm able to make my changes within seconds, as opposed to going to a paint program and you start to redesign your Venn diagram. No. This is how your life should be. So thank you so much if you have followed along in this video. I know I wanted it to be a small video, but trust me, I have a lot to show you, and you'll not only be able to create these basic shapes, you're going to be creating complex shapes in the next videos. I'm going to show you how to create those complex shapes using just rectangles. So thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing, like this video. I appreciate that very much. So thank you so much, and have a lovely and wonderful day.